Stop what you're doing and pull out any quarter you have in your pocket or coin roll. Now imagine that same coin, looking perfectly ordinary, is actually worth thousands of dollars, maybe even more. Yes, you heard right. One version of the 1983 P quarter dollar can be worth $10,000 plus, or even approaching $15,000 or more in top condition. That if you keep watching, by the end of this video you'll learn exactly which 1983 P quarters are rare, what to look for, and how to tell if yours could be one of those treasure coins that don't leave early. The big value clues are at the end. The coin you're looking at is the 1983 P Washington quarter, minted at the Philadelphia P Mint in 1983. According to U.S. Mint mintage figures, there were about 673,535,000 coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint for the year. As part of the standard Washington quarter series, 1932 onward for circulation, these coins were made for everyday use, which means most entered circulation, got worn, and many remain common today. Because of that high production, a typical 1983 P quarter is worth face value or just a modest premium if uncirculated. But here's the turning point. For certain high-grade coins and error types, the value skyrockets. According to the certified grading company Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, in MS66 condition, the 1983 P is very scarce, and in MS67 condition, extremely difficult to locate for the clad issue. One guide lists MS66 as very scarce, MS67 extremely rare. One example sold for $15,863, as referenced earlier. So for a high-grade MS66/67 1983 P, you're looking at $5,000 to $15,000 plus in some cases. These are where values get very interesting. Off-center strikes. A 1983 P off-center coin can sell for $500 to $2,000 plus, depending on how far off-center. Filled mint mark or mint mark anomalies. Listings show thousands of dollars for dramatic errors. Pattern or rare planchet errors. While not as widely documented for 1983 P as for some other years, any proven wrong planchet or very dramatic error could command $10,000 to $30,000 plus or more, depending on condition and provenance. Extremely rare verified MS67 plus high grade, as noted, can reach $15,000 plus and perhaps higher with perfect strike and slabs. While there's no widely reported case of a 1983 P quarter selling for hundreds of thousands or millions, the market for modern error coins continues to evolve. A unique, one-of-a-kind, major planchet error 1983 P might push into the six-figure territory if verified and graded, though this remains speculative and would require extraordinary circumstances, proven rarity plus perfect condition plus strong provenance. So you should be realistic but also aware. Hundreds to thousands are well documented. Tens of thousands definitely possible. Six-figure require unique error status that if you suspect you might have a valuable 1983 P quarter, here's a step-by-step inspection guide. A P mint mark or no mint mark equals Philadelphia P mint. For the 1983 P, the mark is simply P on the obverse for the Philadelphia Mint. Note that most 1983 P quarters are common. The mark alone does not guarantee value. Use good lighting. Look at Washington's hair, cheek, ear, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Are details sharp, or are they worn? Check for scratches, bag marks, or surface faults. Higher grade means better value. Off-center strikes. Is part of the design missing or near the rim? Doubled die. Are letters doubled on Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date 1983? Filled in mint mark. Does the P look blobbed, filled, or abnormal? Planchet flaws. Does the coin appear thicker, thinner, wrong in metal appearance, die cracks, or raised lines? Look for raised metal cracks from the die, every one of. These can significantly increase value. If you are not a professional grader, compare with known examples or images online of MS65, MS66, etc. For a modern clad quarter, like 1983, P to be MS66 or MS67 is rare and valuable. Before you spend that loose change, stop and listen, because the everyday 25-cent 1967 quarter sitting quietly in your pocket, purse, or coin jar could be hiding something incredible, something life-changing. Imagine flipping over an ordinary quarter and realizing you're holding a coin not worth, depending on the condition and rarity. Yes, there are 1,967 quarters that collectors today are fighting over, and you might already own one without even knowing it. So don't blink, because in the next few minutes I'll show you Moneybag, the most valuable 1967 quarter-dollar types, collision, rare errors, and varieties that make the price explode. How to check your own coins step-by-step, pushpin, and exactly what separates a 25-cent coin from one worth a fortune. Watch this video to the end, because the best values and high payout examples are revealed in the final section. You do not want to miss it. To understand why this coin can be so valuable today, you must first understand its story. The United States entered the mid-1960s silver coin shortage and rising metal costs, so the U.S. Mint changed materials. Quarters were made of 90% silver. The Mint removed silver and switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. The 1967 quarter belongs to this new clad era and was produced during a major demand wave. Because Americans were hoarding silver coins, the Mint minted more quarters than ever before. But here's where it gets interesting. Because of the chaos in U.S. coin circulation, in 1965, 1966, and 1967 the Mint. This means heavy checkmark. Every 1967 quarter has no mint mark. Heavy checkmark. Minting quality control was inconsistent. Heavy checkmark. Some quarters were struck using experimental or leftover planchets. Heavy checkmark. Rare mint errors appeared, and those are the ones that bring the huge money. Most people think 1967 quarter is not silver, so it's worthless. Not true. Collectors don't value coins only for their metal. They value small blue diamond rarity, small blue diamond high condition, small blue diamond mint errors, small blue diamond special die varieties, and 1967 is one of the most famous error years in the Washington quarter series. Some 1967 quarter varieties and rare errors are so unique that collectors will pay hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, and even six-figure prices for perfect or extraordinary examples. But let's break down how value happens. Most 1967 quarters are common because over 1.5 billion were minted. Typical worn examples. Backhand index pointing right, value equals 25 cents. $1. So yes, most are ordinary. But now we move to the exciting stuff. A 1967 quarter in stunning condition that never entered circulation is called mint state, MS. The difference between MS-60 and MS-67 can mean MS-60 $20, MS-63 $50, MS-65 $200, MS-67 $1 $500 plus, MS-68 $7,000 to $15,000 or more. Few 1,967 quarters survived in such clean, flawless condition because no mint sets or proof sets were released. Most were used immediately in circulation, so uncirculated top-grade examples are extremely valuable. Even though no official proof sets or mint sets were issued, the Mint secretly produced special mint sets, SMS. 1967 SMS quarters have sparkles, sharper details, sparkles, satin, or proof-like surfaces, sparkles, very high collector demand. A regular SMS coin is worth heavy checkmark $50, $300, but the top quality SMS examples can reach collision $4,000 to $6,000, even $10,000 plus in highest grade because they are so rare in flawless condition. This is where values explode. Collectors pay massive amounts for fired double die obverse, DDO, fired double die reverse, DDR, fire wrong planchet, silver or foreign metal, fire off-center strike, fire broad strike, error, fire full collar strike, fire missing clad layer, showing copper, fire die cap, error, fire struck on nickel planchet, fire struck on penny planchet, and normal 25-cent coin suddenly becomes moneybag $500, $3, $000, $15, $000, even $50, $000 plus. And if an ultra-dramatic or undiscovered extreme error appears at auction, it is not unrealistic to see a six-figure, even $1 million bidding war. 1 unique wrong planchet SMS coin in the future could easily shatter price records. This is why coin collectors check every 1967 quarter. Grab your 1967 quarter and follow this checklist carefully.
Imagine digging through an old jar of dirty change and suddenly realizing that a simple 1966 Washington quarter, a coin most people think is completely ordinary, could secretly be worth life-changing millions of dollars because of a rare hidden mint error that almost nobody knows about. While millions of 1966 quarters were produced during the U.S. coinage crisis, the Mint was under massive pressure, striking coins nonstop, rushing production, skipping mint marks, and accidentally creating some of the rarest and most valuable error quarters in American history. Some of these 1966 era coins are so rare that even professional collectors have never seen them in person. But the few that have appeared at auctions have shocked the world, selling for unbelievable prices and turning lucky finders into overnight millionaires. So stay with me till the end of this video, because today, I'm going to reveal the most rare 1966 era Washington quarters, their hidden history, and the jaw-dropping values they bring, values that could make your old dirty quarter worth a fortune. To understand why the 1966 quarter has so many valuable errors, we need to go back to one of the most chaotic periods in U.S. mint history. The coinage crisis of the 1960s. Why 1966 was a special year. Silver was removed from circulating quarters in 1965. The mint was rushing to create billions of coins to stop the nationwide coin shortage. Mint marks were eliminated to discourage hoarding. Quality control was at an all-time low. Experimental plankets, test strikes, and wrong metal blanks were used frequently. Because of this frantic production environment, mistakes slipped through the cracks, big mistakes. And some of these errors are so extreme and so rare that a single coin can be worth more than a brand new luxury car, more than a house, and in the rarest cases, more than $1 million. Most rare and valuable 1966 era Washington quarters. Below are the top most rare, most valuable, and most wanted era coins from 1966. 1966 quarter struck on a silver planchet. Value, $25,000 to $150,000 plus, and potentially more. This is the holy grail of 1966 era quarters. After 1964, the mint stopped using 90% silver for quarters. But during the chaotic transition period, some leftover silver plankets from 1964-1965 were accidentally fed into the presses. A real 1966 quarter struck on silver is incredibly rare. Auction example. One example sold for over $150,000, and experts believe the next discovery could break to $150,000 or more. And here's the wild part: some numismatists estimate the right kind of transitional error could even push past the $1 million mark due to extreme scarcity. 1966 quarter struck on a foreign planchet. Value, $5,000 to over $75,000. The U.S. Mint also produced foreign coins in the 1960s. Sometimes, foreign blanks accidentally mixed with U.S. blanks. Known foreign planchet errors include plankets too small, too light, too thick. One 1966 quarter on a foreign bronze planchet sold for over $45,000. Another rare example sold beyond $70,000. These are extremely rare, possibly only a few exist. 1966 double die obverse DDO and reverse DDR. Value, $1,500 to $25,000 plus. While not all double dies are huge, the dramatic ones from 1966 are highly valuable. High-grade, dramatic double dies can reach $10,000 to $25,000 plus. If an undiscovered extreme DDO appears, collectors say it could reach $100,000 plus easily. Major off-center 1966 quarters. Value, $500 to $10,000. Off-center errors happen when the blank is not seated properly. But the extremely rare ones, 40% to 75% off-center, are the real moneymakers, especially when the date is visible. A 70% off-center 1966 quarter with a full date can easily reach $10,000 plus. Double strike and multi-strike errors. Value, $800 to $15,000. Double struck, broad struck, and rotated second strikes. These can reach around $10,000 to $15,000 at major auctions. 1966 clipped planchet errors. Value, $150 to $4,000. Coins with multiple clips or huge crescent-shaped clips are worth the most. A dramatic double clip 1966 example sold for over $3,000. Broad strike, no rim 1966 errors. Value, $200 to $3,000 plus. These occur when the coin is struck without the collar ring. A perfectly centered, wide broad strike in high grade can pass $3,000. Die adjustment strikes and weak strikes. Value, $200 to $2,000. These often look like ghost coins with missing details. Collectors love extremely weak strikes from 1966 because the mint was under stress. Top-tier examples can hit to $1,000 plus. Most people don't realize this. But certain conditions can make a 1966 quarter worth far beyond standard error pricing. These conditions include: numismatists pay insane premiums for never-before-seen transitional errors, dramatic multi-error combinations, unique planchet mistakes. 1966 quarters were poorly struck during the crisis. High-grade survivors are very rare. If a unique transitional wrong metal error appears in MS67 or MS68, collectors say such a coin could realistically pass $500,000 and possibly even $1 million.